Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to talk to you about my 7.3 Ford Super Duty Godzilla, and we're going to go over a couple things here. This is going to kind of be a synopsis video of other videos I've made where I talk about things I like, kind of what I use this truck for. I kind of want to put everything into one entry video, if you will, and then you can always go on my channel and find more videos about this. So first of all, what do I use this truck for? I use it for towing trailers from about 5 to, well, 0, I guess, to 10,000 pounds, let's say, somewhere in that range, typically in the 6,000 to 7,000 pound range. I also use this truck as a daily here and there, although I do have a car that I daily, and I actually have my old truck. We'll get to that in a minute. But I really, like having the crew cab for kind of that road trip duty, which is something else I use this for. And I put my dog back there, as you can see. And it's great for just carrying more passengers more comfortably, infinite legroom. You know, I think people underestimate the traveling ability of a crew cab truck. Yes, this is kind of big to park, but let me tell you what, if you can get over the parking size, this thing gives you everything you could possibly need on a road trip in a way that no other vehicle does. Even your most comfortable freaking Bentley or Audi or whatever just doesn't have the capability to haul tons of luggage, have really good interior space. I've had people in the back seat for long road trips, and these seats are good too, especially if you just fold that down, and the higher trims have an armrest in the middle, so you're cruising back here, living life. You know, I'm 6'1", and I've got plenty of leg room to kind of stretch out and do my thing. So it's a really good setup. Got room for all my tools back here. I can keep them out of the bed, so I don't have to buy a long bed, which is nice. And a really quiet interior and really comfortable ride. I mean, these things, okay, they're a little bouncy. They're a 2500 series truck, but they're way more comfortable than you would think they would be. Great road tripper. Nobody talks about that. Super, super good road tripper, except for the fuel economy. That's going to be what it's going to be. But those are the three main things I use it for. I put about 20,000 miles a year on it, and I do haul stuff relatively often. Honestly, most of my hauling is my motorcycle. If I'm taking it somewhere far away, or it's winter time up here and I'm going down south, or, just random stuff. I got, random bins of crap and whatever else, helping people move. I've hauled stuff for my job before, like my actual corporate job. Literally just whatever fits in the bed, I'll haul. I do quite a bit of hauling, but nothing really too crazy or commercial-esque, if you will. Why did I buy this thing? Pretty darn simple. I needed something reliable. My '05 Silverado hiding back there has been a venerable truck, half ton. Great truck overall. I have put a lot of money into it. I'm just gonna get it in camera really fast here. I put a lot of time, money, and love into it. I love it. I'm keeping it because I do like driving around. But I needed something heavier duty. I needed something more reliable, and I was okay with getting a payment. I'll be completely honest with you guys, this thing's freaking $820 a month. That sounds super expensive, but with the amount of money I put into that other truck, it's actually not so bad. And I'm telling you right now, if you're on the fence about buying one of these things and you're kind of saying to yourself, hemming and hawing about it like I was, it was a ton of money for me to spend. I'm dead serious when I tell you this. Open the driver's door, get in one at a dealership, close the door, take it for a test drive, and I promise you, you will be very impressed with these vehicles. I think a lot of reviewers miss the fact that they're just really good overall vehicles, and people don't really talk about it. People don't really mention it because they've gotten so spoiled with all the interior features and everything else. But the driving experience, even an XLT trim, it's just comfortable, and it's just like a good vehicle in general. And then you combine the towing capacity and everything else in it, and it's just good. I'm very impressed. I thought in not daily driving my Silverado anymore, I would really, really miss it, and I would kind of like hate, like, oh man, I miss that truck. I love that truck. I put all this time and effort into it. And listen, I still love that thing. It sits in the mirror there, and I'll always love driving it. But man, when you're trying to tow something 500 miles and you hook it up to this truck, that 7.3's got so much power for, normal loads. If you're towing 20,000 pounds all the time, get a diesel. But for your average Joe, this is like an average Joe truck, right? Or a lighter duty worker's truck, guy, blue collar guy, whatever. And, for that kind of use, the 7.3 is phenomenal. The 10 speed's great. I have 355s, but you can get 430s if you're trying to tow a little bit more. Just a super awesome truck. And, you know, just a timeless old school interior layout, super convenient, nothing, you know, nothing's really out of place and doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, overall, I sound like I'm simping for it, and I'm really not trying to. I'm not saying it's perfect. There are issues, but, yeah, I would totally buy it again. I really have no regrets on it. I wouldn't really change much. I might have gotten a Lariat if I thought I could afford it, but that was a lot of money. Extra for not a ton of features as far as like usable everyday features. It just looks prettier. And one of the big fears people have with these newer vehicles is being able to work on them. And I kind of did too, but I found that this thing's really not any harder to work on than anything else. I mean, you've got all of the things that you need access to just right there. You know, you can pull the intake off and get all this stuff out of the way. You know, there's really nothing that's hard to get to and that would really make this thing a nightmare to work on. You know, all your coils are easy to access, your manifold. I mean, you could do a manifold on this thing super easy. So any of those fears, you know, I've been under it. I've done all the fluid changes. That's super easy to do. I just, if you're the buyer for this truck, is just your classic average Joe who wants to be able to haul and tow good sized loads, doesn't want to spend crazy money, doesn't want to spend $90,000 on a loaded diesel, $100,000, and just wants something that gets the job done, no crazy frills, anything like that, and gets the job done comfortably. All these door panel pockets provide awesome storage. You know, Ford really has a class-leading interior for storage, and it's super nice. I find myself using the you know, all these little cubbies pretty well. You know, while I'm traveling, I'll put stuff in there and whatnot. Console's massive, just convenient. Cup holders here. Chevys don't have those in certain years of trucks and whatnot. A lot of people do talk about this, but these seats, they just have really good foam. They're nothing special, but they're very comfortable. The driver's seat has lumbar. You can get that thing dialed in just right. And I can sit in these seats the entire day, 12, 13-hour drives, and I truly get out of the vehicle comfortable. And that's like the number one thing. I mean, you shouldn't be getting out of your truck and not be able to walk because, you know, you've been sitting in there so long. It's got to be a comfortable experience. And I do get my money's worth, and that's a big thing, right? If you're going to spend a lot of money on something, you want to at least know that you're getting your money's worth. And although this thing, you know, again, was a little over $50,000 used, which is crazy to even say to me, I'd say it was worth every penny. So that's kind of my real quick review slash, I guess you could call it, you know, justification to somebody who's on the fence. That's kind of what this video is made for, and just can't quite bring themselves to do it and upgrade from an older truck or upgrade from a half ton or whatever it is. I think you'll be satisfied, and I really think you'll like it. You know, it's a good rig. So anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching. God bless America, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.